Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
All right, so I want to talk about this thing to do with, like, typecasting and stuff like that, because some articles came out about Robert Downey Jr. not wanting to just be tied to Iron Man, which I think some people are taking it the wrong way. He's not always going to be Iron Man, Tony Stark.
Because let's first off, it's the actor that makes the character, basically.
Correct.
And there's a lot of times we'll see. It's just like Doctor Who and other things. We get used to seeing our favorite actor play a character, and when they change, it's like, oh. But yeah, Downey, yes, he made the character, but that doesn't mean that the character is 100% him. That was just Downey's pretty much interpretation of the character.
And also, like, to expect him to be 24/7 Iron Man, functions and everything. The guy is an actor. He wants to do other roles. And there's nothing wrong with him saying that he's distancing himself from being Iron Man because they're not paying anymore. It's done, right? For now, anyway. So I don't blame him. And I think Benedict Cumberbatch was another thing about Benedict Cumberbatch where he also said something. They're all coming out now. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch, I believe there was something about he wants to be known more than just as Sherlock and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Right. And then Scarlett Johansson came out and she said that.
Yes.
So here's the thing. Like, the damage control and the problem is that while we grew up for 10, not that we grew up, but for 10 years of our lives, they have been the Avengers.
Yes.
Right? Like, people don't understand that time has passed. And they have to make money, and they have to work.
They have to move on. I mean...
Right. And even though they're millionaires, money can go, something can happen. Somebody gets sick, your millions can go in, like, a month or two. It's like, seriously. Like, there's no medical coverage. You know what I'm saying? So they're paying for everything flat out themselves. So the thing is that, and not woe is me for a millionaire, but they got to constantly work, okay? And that's what they want to do. They don't want to just retire and, you know what I'm saying? So they want to work, and they want to do other movies. They don't want to be stuck in roles where they're playing the same thing, a genius inventor. You know, like, they want to, like, do crazy.
They want to branch off.
Right. And Robert Downey Jr. has always done that. Scarlett Johansson wants to be able to do that without them persecuting her like Ghost in the Shell, that she shouldn't have did that, she shouldn't have did this. And she said, basically, I want to play a tree or an animal or something without somebody, meaning, like, making a stink about it. So, like, this is what everybody has to accept, that don't, like, if they're going to get jobs, don't, like, cast them in the same shit. They're not going to even probably take it. And
I think that's, and I was noticing this a lot in several years ago, is that if you look at it, every time a movie comes out, what do they say? Oh, we want a Zoe Don, we want a gal. They always have these top 5 actors or actresses are going to be these the ones that are hot at the time.
Right.
And I'm sorry. Yes, that's great, but let's give somebody else a chance as well to be this character or that character.
Right. Like Zoe, what's her name? Salzant?
Yeah.
Zoe.
Yeah, the gal plays Gamora. And
right. She's in Star Trek. She's in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. She's in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So.
That's who I was trying to think of. Thank you.
And I apologize. I'm not good with names, so don't flip out on the comment section. Okay?
Yeah.
God. They're like, how could you boot this name? Very easily.
Yeah.
So there's that. So now I want to go over box office too quickly because we got the estimates in, which is not definite yet. Spider-Man Far From Home, 847. So it's gonna be $1 billion next week, I think.
Yeah.
By Sunday. Toy Story 4, we have in 771. I kind of hope that reaches $1 billion. I think it will.
Same here. It's the last hurrah, so.
Yeah. Crawl, I think it's going to crawl its way out of the top 10 very soon.
I haven't had a chance to see it, as well as Stuber, but I heard from one guy, at least two of the people at work, that both those movies are okay. And there's one scene in Crawl that it was dumb. It was pretty much the typical. I won't say what it is. I won't say pretty what it is, but it's like the typical robbers trying to do something, and pretty much movies are making it stupid.
What I think is going to happen is I think Lion King's going to come out, right?
Yeah.
Lion King's going to be number 1. Spider-Man's going to be number 2. Toy Story's going to be number 3. Toy Story 4. I think Crawl, Stuber, and Yesterday are going out of there. Aladdin will be there. Annabelle comes home. Midsummer will be out of there. You know, and I think that, you know, Avengers is going to hang on to the skin of their teeth, as well as Men in Black and Rocket Man and John Wick. They're all like, even though some of them are not in the top 10. Child's Play is basically done. Child's Play,
I figured it might be.
You know, that is, but I think that we could get another week or so of Endgame.
But it's
somehow.
good. It's good enough to stick in for another week, a week and a half at least.
I mean, Endgame, I think they could somehow, it could stay alive. I don't know how, but it will. You know, Midsummer is dropping out quickly. I mean, that has in 18 million. They don't tell you what the budget is because it must have been bigger, I guess. Would you notice how when the movie does well, then they add the budget in and they show you what it is? I just wish they would have put that in there. So I think the success stories is going to be that Lion King's going to do well. Spider-Man's going to reach $1 billion. I think Toy Story is going to reach $1 billion. Aladdin's going to reach $1 billion. So all these, you know, with the exception of Sony, I mean, the partly Disney stuff, you know, they're all going to be a success story. And, like, that's the thing. Once Lion King, now here's the thing. I don't know how, again, Lion King is going to be received. I mean, I'm hearing a mixed thing, but and then we got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood the following week.
Yeah. That's what I was and that's what I sort of screwed up, like I said in the earlier show.
Okay, I've done that too, though.
Myself all set to go. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then it's like, oh,
I've done that too. It happens.
You get yourself all psyched up, and then when you find out something else, like, oh,
so
man, I didn't plan like that.
I know. And then we got Hobbs and Shaw after that. So.
Yeah. That's actually the last big shit movie it comes out that I really want to see, because I was looking throughout the rest of the year, and it's just like there's nothing that's really grabbing me.
Now, Stuber made $11 million, but they don't say what the budget was.
Yeah, and I heard from, like I said, the same guy who went to saw Crawl said Stuber, it's funny, it's good.
Right.
But
Aladdin, I think, will be $1 billion by Wednesday,
because
it's overseas. They're making money too, so. You know, and then it'd probably drop out. Toy Story, though, I'm hoping we can get a jumper.
Stuber and Crawl are both on my two of my sites. So,
and then Annabelle Comes Home. I mean, she's got 173 million.
That was good. That was good.
She's doing well. There will be another one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Men in Black is in 10th place. It's at 239 now. I mean, I hope it can get to 250 or more. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's.
I'll be quite honest, that would be a good movie to have. I know they're two separate companies, but that would be a good movie to do a joint venture with Doctor Who. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We got to do that, though.
I know, but. Or they should have went with their initial idea with the whole 21 Jump Street, because something went funky with one or both the sides. The idea got checked out.
But when you went to see this movie, could you honestly say that this was a Men in Black movie, or was it just that the characters from Men in Black were in it and it felt weird? It just felt like, it's just like one of those. It was just like. Was it like a low budget? Does it feel like it was
like a low budget Men in Black movie? It was just using the name, basically.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, that's what it felt like. That's what I'm sorry. It was just like one of these.
I didn't know that.
Okay, it's almost like it was a spin-off of Men in Black.
Wow. Well, that's what it was supposed to be.
When you go to see it, it's like, okay, here's another branch of the Men in Black. That's pretty much what it felt like.
If they actually did a Men in Black 4 with Will Smith, and that would have been better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it would have helped, but
right.
But yeah, this just felt like a movie like, oh, let's just bring out another Men in Black and have people know that there's another branch of the Men in Black out there, and it's just, and it was so predictable.
Was it?
Yeah.
That sucks. I really hate when they ruin, like, they don't get it right.
And the
I mean, I'm taking your word for it, but
yeah, and there's like something that happens with the one dude, which you're looking at and go, I'm wondering if that's right, and then by the end of the movie, it's like it's
predictable.
It's that predictable, and
no good.
You pretty much figure it out right off the get-go.
That sucks.
And it had some awesome aliens, and the plot. And I'll say this much: the plot line in it, it was good. It was great, but that could have been handled a lot better.
Okay.
Renter, either way.
So again, I think we talked about this on another cast that I might have mentioned this off air to you guys or whatever, but it looks like the Ghostbusters, the family, is probably Egon Spangler's family. You know, I guess at a time when there was no Ghostbusters, he had a daughter, which is probably her, and this is probably the granddaughter, and this is probably the grandson, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's got the same glasses as Egon.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed out.
I'm wondering if by any chance she's wearing those as a nod, an ode to him. Like, look,
I think so.
Look, Dad or Granddad, I'm wearing your glasses.
Correct. I think so. So, and then I guess they'll, you know, maybe he had a family and they didn't know he was a Ghostbuster. They didn't know about the Ghostbusters, and then he died, and then they find all this stuff, and it's like, wow, we want to continue his legacy or something. Who knows? Not sure. But I'm more hyped now for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, same here. Now that I know it's not going to be all this, let's turn them into teen Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I'm much more hyped now for it. Okay.
I'd love to say if they do it. What I think would be kind of cool is if they could bring some of the extreme Ghostbusters, or see the characters, maybe not as the Ghostbusters, but see people from that extreme Ghostbusters cartoon in it.
Right. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just trying to skim through some of the stuff. Not that much. I mean, usually on the weekend there isn't that many things to talk about.
Yeah.
We are saving something though for another cast, but I just want to go quickly through this. Oh, this is another thing that pisses me off. Originally, Arnold Schwarzenegger was supposed to be in the Predator.
Yeah.
And then they changed their mind. The movie company did not want him to be as a major part of the Predator. And then he was supposed to be a cameo, and then they actually wanted him to say a line from Terminator as a cameo, and it's like, come on, dude. Like,
yeah.
And of course, he said no, thank God, right? But that movie is just all sorts of shit.
Oh God, it was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. It was a train wreck.
Please don't don't try to put a shit movie with famous lines from other movies and different things to try to save it. It was garbage. And I'm sorry, but it was. I don't want it to be garbage, but it was. So, all right, so I was playing a little bit of PlayStation 4 again. So I'm probably tomorrow, after I'm done, because I have to go out for a while, I'm going to probably tomorrow night or afternoon, I'm going to be working on some trophies like I did before. But I have to do stuff in the early afternoon. I have to be out for the day. So that's, run errands and do things. So I'm planning on playing PlayStation 4 again and getting some trophies and getting a platinum. I sometimes, like, there's certain games I can get a platinum in.
Yeah.
Like right away. But then again, I don't enjoy the game enough to want to play it to get a platinum. But, I mean, I can. So I have 6 platinums. I can go to 7 and 8 very shortly, you know, with a blink. You know. But if it's a nice day tomorrow, I'm probably going to stay out and do different things. And again, it's the summer, you know.
Yeah, and you don't want to be inside all the time.
I don't want to be inside. Yeah. You know, it's you know. Why are we having this thing on Zoom? I'm seeing something I've never seen before, an icon on the side. What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm not
this is so weird. I'm you know, I'm gonna have to take a picture of it and show it to you. All right, we're gonna end the cast. I'm gonna show you up here. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye for now.